When talking about exterior features, one of the most exciting days that we have is being able to get the pool filled. Now, yesterday we took care of Pebble Tech, and as you can see down here, we'll finish filling this pool over the next 24 hours to get it ready for equipment setup so that it can be fully operational. One of the main reasons that we were able to do this so early on in the project was because of some of the dynamics that we talked in our previous videos of the difference between building a new pool and remodeling a pool. Since the pool in itself is simply being refurbished with new plumbing, finishing, tile, and decking, we're able to get this complete at a much sooner phase in the project than we normally would be with new construction pools. But one of the things I want to talk about today is how this backyard space is going to turn out when it's complete. And this basically breaks into two key aspects that we focused on here. One being design and second being functionality. So what truly entails a great backyard space, and what have we done here at Catalina to provide our homeowner with the best entertaining space possible on this smaller infill lot. So the first thing I want to cover is functionality. So there's a few things that we did to make sure that this backyard space functions appropriately, not only in the way that it was designed, but also in the way that it'll be utilized by the future homeowner. So we knew that the pool was going to stay put where it was at, but we need to surround the pool with features that would allow you to be able to optimize this backyard hardscape and landscape plan. So one of the things that we were able to do was integrate this minimalistic design palette with an acid wash concrete patio that immediately continues with a 30-inch wide coping detail that not only allowed us to be able to place the concrete appropriately, to be able to stand the test of time, but it also allowed us for functionality when actually servicing this pool. Your pool service company will be able to walk the perimeter of the pool while cleaning or maintaining the necessary components on a weekly basis. As we come around the edge of the pool, we're able to fill in this space that we've talked about on previous videos to create a Baja shelf that will allow for you to be able to take in all the sunshine that you could possibly want here in the Arizona desert climate. But we also needed to be able to integrate some additional pieces to the puzzle, and that's where our recessed fire pit came into play. Now you guys know that we take our G&Ds very seriously, and as I've talked to our guys, a lot of times we're measuring spoonfuls to be able to get to the proper capacity that we need for our infill development here in Phoenix. And this designated fire pit acts as additional retaining space that we have for our 100-year, 2-hour flood retention basin requirements, but also provided an amazing aesthetic that allowed us to be able to link the ability to enjoy not only the pool, but for those that don't want to get wet, ultimately they have amazing sitting area out here that'll be appointed with a 36-inch circular fireplace from Prism with a smooth concrete finish that integrates nicely into the overall design palette. So now that we've covered a few of our areas for entertaining, there's going to be people that don't want to bathe in the sun while sitting in the pool. So we have a sun deck available for any of the guests that are residing here by the pool, watching family and friends enjoy their time outside year-round here in Phoenix. But we also had to integrate some covered space, which is why we spend so much time being able to plan out every square foot of the interior space inside, is to ensure that we're able to get a shaded environment that will allow for outdoor dining and to extend the outdoor enjoyment further into the summer months. You can't tell from this specific vantage point, but this allows for interior dining space as well as exterior dining space. And we also noted that we wanted to integrate our outdoor barbecue zone as closely associated to the kitchen as possible. Our kitchen's located right here off the dining and the main living, which allows us to be able to integrate a large pad of concrete that gives us plenty of working space on what will eventually be a beautiful barbecue and outdoor kitchen preparation space, which comes in handy when you decide that you don't want to cook inside anymore. So one of the design aspects that can become detrimental to the project is the combination and the overall square footage that's associated between your hardscaping and your landscaping. Ultimately, right now, we have a clean dirt palette to work with, and we're obviously not at plantings yet. But one of the things that it comes to with plantings is you want to create a space that provides some structural components that can be enjoyed and observed by all, bringing some of the greenery into the space that'll be appointed here in a small Zen garden with an aesthetically pleasing olive tree that will match our modern palette, as well as additional cactus that'll be planted that will create true structural interest to this amazing planting palette. So when selecting your planting palette, we want to be able to select hardy plants that will be able to withstand the harsh desert climate that we have here in Arizona. The additional benefits is that this also creates a low maintenance landscape plan. But no house would be complete without being able to have a space where you can be able to entertain guests. I've talked about it before, but when starting in the development world, it's been told to me that you need enough room for a pool and a playground. And in this case, we'll be able to have a majority of our retention basin that resides here on the west side of the property that will bring in a softer look with a small area for green grass that will help to keep the heat down in comparison to the concrete that we have for most of the hardscaping throughout. But it also provides a basin where a majority of our water will reside, which will allow us to be able to utilize less water to be able to keep that grass green throughout the year. As you can tell, there's a lot of thought and planning that goes into providing a product that meets the demands of the most discerning buyer or custom home client. It's for this reason that we collaborate with not only our construction team, but our landscape team, our landscape architect, and our civil engineer to be able to make sure that all these spaces come together and that everything was thoroughly thought out to make sure that not only do we meet an amazing design intent, but that we provide all the necessities that come into play in this backyard space and will provide our homeowners with a worry-free backyard that functions appropriately, gets drainage to where it needs to be, and allows them to be able to save costs. Thanks for stopping by. Can't wait to show you the before and afters that'll be coming soon as we go to market in the next month. If you have any interest, DM us. We appreciate you following along our building journey and can't wait to show you the finished product. Have a great day.